Today my mom disowned me as her child. My parents and relatives, pretty much everyone in my community is Muslim and women wears hijab. I am 20 years old, but when I first started to wear hijab I was only 12 years old and I just wanted my family to be proud of me and relatives to love me, so I made a bad choice for myself. I immediately regretted it but scared of my community's response, so I tried to pretend like it was nothing. To be fair, it always made me feel ugly and unworthy. I never had a real chance to walk at the street with my hair on my shoulders and feel that freedom. I'm also at the edge of regretting my religion, so as you can see things are very effed up for me right now. I always told my mom and big sister I would like to not wear hijab, but they ignored what I said for years. I always accepted how I live and dreamed of someone who can see through me, love me besides everything. To be honest, it was a childish thought and I realized that I live for myself, and even though I wear hijab it doesn't change my inner self. Last 2 months, I decided that I am gonna tell my mom first and tell her that I want to feel both today I fucked up and be able to wear pretty clothes. It was a very hard thing for me to do. I lost 7 kilograms in 2 weeks for just preparing to say it. When I told her, she basically just manipulated me and said, "You wanted to look bow today I fucked up for men at your college." It really broke my heart that I can't even express it within the words. I would be USL.T, as she says, if I wanted to. Hijab wouldn't stop me. 2 or 3 weeks passed and my mom literally ignored what I've said and pretend like it didn't even happen. Today I just told my sister and my mom heard it too. My sister didn't approve and told my problems isn't about hijab. Taking it off will not change anything about my mental state. I also want to say, I hate IT when they speak like they know what I really think and feel. I hold myself for 3 weeks after that conversation with mom, but I snapped at my sister today and told I will do it no matter what. Mom literally lost her mind and started yelling like a freak. She called me squint, asked God what was her sin to get such a bad daughter. Then she told me she will not make it happen. When I yelled her to leave my room, she yelled from the corridor and said, she will finish her college, find a job, then will F.ck off from our house and will never see me again. So yeah, she literally disowned me because of it. I understand her, but clearly it didn't help the first time when we spoke and she chose to ignore my feelings. I don't know what else to say. Also, I don't want you guys to question my motives because I really don't have energy to explain myself and how I feel throughout all of these years. I feel too tired and dead inside to do anything at all. Edit. Thank you for the award. I really hope my mom come around and we can see eye to eye. Her choice will not matter. I decided what I am about to do, but just wishing for her to accept it easily. Edit 2. I try to read every comment I can, but I still have school HWS and exams and wasn't able to reply everyone. You guys mostly asked where I am from. Turkey. In Turkey we have a lot of different people, but some of the parts live their lives in the edge like me and my religious family. In our culture, we usually don't leave our parents' house till we get married. Can I change this? Sure, why not? But I need to earn my own money first, and I still have 3 years in college to finish. My lessons are too much and I can't find any spare time to work. Also right now Corona sucks and still colleges didn't open yet. I love my family. I understand why they feel that way, but it doesn't help the matter. So please don't send hate to them in the comments. I think the main issue with my mom is that she is too controlling. I still have its impacts on my life to this day. I really have no social abilities since my mom protect me way too much. I am trying to change its impacts on my life. They still don't understand me and think I don't have to take off the hijab to be happy. The main thing they don't want to understand is that it doesn't show who I am. All of my friends know my situation right now and they stand behind me. Gratefully I was able to make friends who are like me, but I don't think I can find my soulmate like this. It is impossible. I just want to be myself. You comments helped me a lot and made me realize that I didn't do anything wrong. Thank you so much for your supports. There is tons of messages in my mailbox too and I can't show how grateful I am. Thank you so much. I hope I will get through this with the strength I got from bunch of kind strangers. I hope you do finish college, find a job, and do indeed FCK off from their house. That tactic of you're only doing this because you want men's attention hit too close to home for me and is highly unfair to you. Also, I read this somewhere and it has helped me a lot to make decisions in my life. Sometimes To do what is best for yourself and to live a happy life, you're gonna have to disappoint your parents a little bit. And I think for you, it'll be a lot, but they are being very controlling. There will be lots of guilt tripping, so be prepared for it and don't fall for it. I, 22F, was also disowned by my, now estranged, Muslim family. Wanted to say that I am sorry from the bottom of my heart for that. It feels like absolute shit to not have your mom support your decisions and think the best thing to do is disown their children. If you ever need advice, support, or someone to talk to, you are always welcome to talk to me. You should not wear hijab due to societal pressure. It is against Quran to force religion on other people. I'm coming from a country in which women are forced to wear hijab by their families. Many of them accept it first, then says fuck it and open their headscarves. You should do whatever you feel is right. You are an adult. Your mother or your sister cannot force you to do something. Open your hair, and if they say anything, tell them fuck off. You only live one life and you should not live it under the shadow of your sister and mother. I saw many of my friends go through tear, but their families didn't react the way mine did. It's goose for them too. I hope they accept me sooner or later. Don't want to hurt them. For what it's worth, I think you're very brave to stand up for yourself and your values like that. I'm sorry your relatives can't see it that way. To this day I tried to kill myself at least 3 times. I thought this fight will make me suicidal again, but it didn't. It feels good to stand up for yourself, like I still have a purpose. Hi, another Muslim here. From what I've learned in my life about Islam, nobody can force you to wear a hijab if you don't want to. That's entirely your decision and yours only. Not your father, mother, husband or anyone can force you to do that. Suggestions maybe, but forcing, that's a big no. My mom doesn't wear a hijab. Once my uncle told her that she has to wear a hijab or she'll make her husband and son go to hell. I saw Reddit that I told him he has no right and say in that, nor my father or I. Like hijab, marriage is also your choice. You choose who you wanna marry. Your parents can suggest, but it's your decision if you wanna marry them or not. Islam is a simple religion, but a lot of different cultures has made it complicated. My relatives are so strict like that. It is hard, but I just want to live as how I want. I think my stepmom did something a little weird to me when I was little. I think she assaulted me, but I'm not sure. So if you don't want to read about assault, here is your warning. I'm a girl, BTW. What she did isn't something very big, that's why it confuses me, because it's not horrible, it's just really weird. When she married my dad, I was 7 years old. Every night when she put me to bed, my dad would be at work. She would tell me to suck her nipples so that she could become my actual mom. I didn't think twice about it, I just believed her, which is very stupid of me. But yeah, she made me do that for a really long time, and she told me that when babies are born they do that to their mom, and that's how she becomes their mom, and if I wanted her to be my mom I have to do it too. It completely stopped after a few months and I never brought up with her or told anyone ever. I'm 17 now. What do you think this is? Yeah, that's sexual assault. I'm really sorry this happened to you. Believing her was not your fault, and it certainly doesn't make you stupid. I can relate to this. Something of that nature happened to me with my mother. Around the time I was developing breast, my mother would frequently walk in on my showers and ask to cup and fondle my breast to size me for a new bra. It wasn't until I told a group of girlfriends at school about my new bras that I realized that no one else's moms were doing this to them. Assault. I'm a stepmom and this post made me want to throw up. Bad. Awful. I don't know what you need. I don't want to make you feel like you need to be upset, but this is extremely abnormal. My mother blames me for sending my brother to foster parents. Update at the end. English isn't my first language. We live in Europe. I am 17, have a brother, 13, we'll call him Colin, who's autistic. It causes a lot of problems sometimes, but most of the times he's easy to handle. Only condition is that you follow some of his rules. One of his rules is that he only uses special plates and cups, otherwise he won't eat, but it was never a problem for us. When Colin turned 13, our mother said he's now old enough to stop his childish behavior and should eat with us like every other teen. I thought she just meant eating at the table, because he something takes his food in his room. I was wrong. I went out over the weekend, his birthday was a Friday, just to get a call from my crying brother on Saturday evening. Mom got rid of all his plates and he was unable to cope. So I came home earlier to find Colin and my mother scream at each other. I tried to talk to my mother but she couldn't understand what the problem was and called Colin immature and overacting. I said she has to get his plates back or I'll call his therapist on Monday. Things happened, I called the therapist who then called child support and Colin was taken into a foster family until our mother can care for him again. My mother said I did wrong and she could have handled the situation on her own. Now she and most of our family are mad at me. What should I do? I don't want to split the family. Update, thanks for all your comments and advice. I read all of it and called his therapist again. He talked with me and my mother and we agreed on a social worker to help us. She already called us before and it seems like me and Colin will move to our aunt for a few weeks. Her older son is autistic too. I also showed Mum a few of your comments and she calmed down, tried to understand it better and even apologized, but she's still mad at me. Again, thanks for your help! Heart. And everyone who asked for Colin, he's fine and we're FaceTiming a lot. Smile. He feels safe around his foster parents, seems like they cared for a lot of autistic kids before and Colin is not the only one there, but hopes that we can live with our aunt soon. When Colin turned 13, our mother said he's now old enough to stop his childish behavior and should eat with us like every other teen. My wife and I have a son that is autistic. Your mom needs to realize that it is not a question of not being old enough for childish behavior. Autism isn't something you can just turn off. What should I do? I don't want to split the family. You didn't split the family. Your mother is not able to raise or care for an autistic child and tries to pin the blame of him taken away on you. Your mother is completely at fault here. You did the right thing. What you could do is explain you had concerns with the way your mother was caring for your little brother and your therapist and child support thought those concerns were valid and acted. For more information they can contact child support and the therapist. You did the right thing. Your mother should know by now that autism isn't just being immature or overreacting. She needs to be able to come to terms with this if she wants to have Colin back. Hang in there. Smile. Things happened. No. What happened between Saturday and Monday? My brother refused to eat and my mother just screamed more and made him cry several times. CPS generally doesn't remove a child from the home because of a screaming incident. My guess is that CPS believed your mother was way out of line. I'm very glad that you called. Your brother is lucky to have you. No sweetie, you 100% did the right thing. Your brother can't control the way he is. And honestly him eating off specific plates is not a big ask at all. My daughter is autistic and is incredibly picky to the point where if she tries something different it's cause for much praise and positive reinforcement. I would have zero problem with using specific plates, cutlery, cups etc. if that meant she'd eat and be open to different foods sometimes. As an example, we will probably be purchasing her a small fountain for the bathroom. Why? She's gotten more sensitive to noise recently and struggles to use the bathroom / take a bath without the sound of running water. So she flushes the toilet a bunch, which is causing our water bill to go up. But she adores fountains, so why not meet her halfway? Being on the spectrum is so hard for kids, and she didn't ask to be here. So, it's my job to try to help her manage as best as possible, which is what you were doing. I hope you continue to have a great relationship with your brother. He needs you. He knows he can trust you to help him.